Well, folks, Donald Trump's week from hell just got even worse because his whole Epstein cover up just got exposed live on air in front of the entire country. Now, to be honest with you, it's not hard to see through Donald Trump's cover up, but nonetheless, this is the argument that he's going with right now. There's no time to waste. I want to dive into this story with you right now. Before I do so, make sure to subscribe to the channel down below. It really helps. Drop a like on the video, comment some American flags, some blue hearts, and let's dive in. Back in 2015, 2016, and even in 2024 when Donald Trump was running for president, he was making the argument that there was some major scandal involving Epstein. There was a list, there was blackmail taking place, and the government was hiding it. But now, fast forward to 2025, he has a different explanation. He's calling it a hoax. So let's take a look at what Donald Trump is saying now, and then both of us will watch his whole cover-up get exposed. Have a look at what he's saying yesterday, actually.
The Attorney General briefed you on the DOJ and FBI review, the findings of that review. The Attorney General briefed you on
that.
On what?
On
the DOJ and FBI
On what?
review.
On what subject?
Epstein.
Okay.
On Epstein, of the review of the files. Attorney General Pam Bondi.
A very quick briefing.
Did she tell you, what did she tell you about the review? And specifically, did she tell you at all that your name appeared in the file?
No, she's given us just a very quick briefing, and in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen. And I would say that, these files were made up by Comey, they were made up by Obama, they were made up by the Biden, we went through years of that with the Russia hoax, with all of the different things that we had to go through. We've gone through years of it, but she's handled it very well. And it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release. Yeah.
On Texas.
So that's his explanation now. And even earlier today, he put out this long Truth Social post, which we talked about on this channel, where he called it the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. He said that the Democrats created these fake documents to take him down, and that's why he's not releasing it. But now, apparently in 2025, it's a hoax. But back in 2015, as CNN had pointed out on their show tonight, he was using the scandal to attack his political opponents. It wasn't a hoax then, but now that Donald Trump is in power and covering up these documents, according to him, it's a hoax now. So let's take a look at what CNN reported tonight.
And as for Trump calling it a hoax, it was not a hoax in 2015 when Trump used the scandal to try to attack his opponents.
Bill Clinton.
Nice guy. Got a lot of problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein. A lot of problems.
Oh, wow, interesting. When he was running for president the first time, according to him, Clinton had a lot of issues with this whole island conversation, and it was something that he was using at this moment in time, of course, to attack Hillary Clinton, the wife of Bill. He was using this to gain political points, to go for a low blow. But now, as we just mentioned, now it's not a hoax according to Donald Trump. Or excuse me, now it's a hoax according to Donald Trump. Now there is no cover up, there's no nothing. It's just a whole fake scandal by the Democrats. And what's interesting is that some of the most diehard MAGA fans are now playing into this explanation from Donald Trump. Johnny MAGA, I mean, that's a pretty MAGA account, it says it in the name, is defending Donald Trump on Twitter, using his explanation, saying you might not like it, but Trump is right. The injection of Jeffrey Epstein into American politics was started by Democrats a decade ago as a means to harm him. This is what he means by the hoax. And he's included articles of when Donald Trump was accused in a dropped lawsuit of assaulting a 13-year-old girl, or when he called Jeffrey Epstein a terrific guy. But actually, it's not the Democrats who really got this conversation started. As we just saw, Donald Trump in 2015 was talking about Bill Clinton, but also on the day that Epstein died, Donald Trump was retweeting conspiracy theories about it, using it to attack, once again, his political opponents. This tweet from 2019 said, breaking, documents were unsealed yesterday revealing that top Democrats, including Bill Clinton, took trips to Epstein's island. Of course, that is not true. There is no evidence for that, but nonetheless, Donald Trump retweeted that. He reposted it, amplified it on his Twitter page at the time. There's another one here where Terrence K. William, huge Trump fan, back back in 2019, quote, died of suicide on 24/7 Suicide Watch. Yeah, right. How does that happen? Epstein had information on Bill Clinton. Now he's dead. I see Trump body count trending, but we know who did this. Retweet if you're not surprised. Donald Trump retweeted that. So again, Trump is the one back all the way in 2015 who brought this into the conversation of American politics with his attack on Bill Clinton, but also in 2019 when Epstein died, amplifying conspiracy theory tweets. And what's interesting is that even Republicans can see through the tactic. Elon Musk today tweeted in response to his long statement where Donald Trump was saying, oh, you know, it's a Democrat hoax, yada, yada. We talked about the statement. You don't need to hear it again. He said, quote, he talked about Trump's strategy, the old, admit nothing, deny everything, make counterclaims, but it won't work this time. And that's exactly what Trump is doing. Admit nothing, admit no connection to Epstein, deny ever talking about the documents, ever saying that there's something significant, make counterclaims as in it's the Democrats who wrote these documents, you shouldn't care about them because it's the liberals behind it all. And Elon Musk, again, is correct here, which pains me to say, but he is correct that it's not working. MAGA accounts on social media can try to amplify and tweet whatever they want. The American people, both left and right, see through Donald Trump's cover-up. That's why it was so significant that CNN played this clip live on air tonight, which completely contradicts his claims. And this story, aside from this cover-up, just got even bigger. Trump is trying to do everything he can to keep people quiet when it comes to this conversation. And that's why it's absolutely insane that we just got this breaking news this evening that a Manhattan prosecutor who handled Epstein cases was fired by the Trump administration. Trump fired her. Maureen Comey, who's the daughter of former FBI Director James Comey, worked on criminal cases against Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. She was a federal prosecutor who worked in New York, and she was fired with, according to 6 people with knowledge of the matter. The reason for Ms. Comey's firing was not initially clear. Her dismissal immediately raised questions given her involvement in cases that have roiled the White House, as in Ghislaine Maxwell, as well as the fact that her father is, of course, James Comey. A spokesman for the Southern District of New York declined to comment. The White House, the DOJ, declined to comment. But in recent days, obviously, Donald Trump has claimed without evidence that the files connected to Epstein were concocted by Comey, as well as former Presidents Biden and Barack Obama. This story is getting really ugly for Donald Trump really fast. Let's just have a quick summary here. He's refusing to answer questions about Epstein. He's refusing to release documents about Epstein. And now he's firing prosecutors who were holding Epstein when he was alive. And of course, his associate who helped him perpetrate his crimes. He's firing these people who held them accountable for no clear reason. This is getting really bad really quickly for Donald Trump. He is clearly a man in panic, and he's just pulling levers and hoping that something lands and hoping that this story just goes away. And that's why he's going on these more unhinged tirades. He's doing things like this. It is just not good for Donald Trump. So all of this is to say, this cover-up that Trump is engaging in, trying to get people to stop talking about these documents, stop talking about the story as a whole, is not working. Matter of fact, it's only getting bigger. So anyway, I will leave the video there. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. Make sure to drop a like on the video, comment down below your thoughts, subscribe to the channel. Goes a really long way. But have an amazing rest of your day, and we will talk soon.